Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluento, Everyday English for Real Life. I'm Anna, and I'm so happy that you're here with us today. If you're out on a walk, making breakfast, riding the bus, or maybe relaxing with a cup of tea, I'm glad you chose to spend this time with us.
And I'm David. Really good to be here again. And I love that you said cup of tea, Anna, because I actually am holding a cup of tea right now. Fresh ginger and lemon. Trying to be healthy, you know?
Trying?
Hey, I'm doing my best. Baby steps. But anyway, welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about something that sounds simple on the surface, but is actually one of the biggest challenges for English learners. How to start a conversation in English.
Yes, and conversation is the heart of language. Without conversations, language is like a beautiful instrument that no one plays. Starting a conversation can feel scary, awkward, or confusing, even for native speakers sometimes.
Absolutely. Honestly, if you're shy or if English isn't your first language, you might think, what if I say something wrong? What if they don't answer? What if I sound strange? And that fear can stop you from trying.
But today, we want to take that fear and gently dissolve it, make it smaller. By the end of this episode, you'll feel like, oh, starting a conversation? I can totally do that. Because you can.
You really can, and we'll show you not just the words, but the feeling, the rhythm, the culture, the meaning behind simple expressions like hello, how are you, nice to meet you, or even it's a beautiful day.
Because language is never just words, it's connection. And connection begins somewhere, often with the very first sentence we say to another person.
Anna, can I ask you something? When you were learning languages, because I know you speak a couple, did starting conversations scare you?
Oh, absolutely. I remember learning Spanish and being so terrified to say anything to anyone. There was this one time in Madrid, I tried to buy a sandwich at a tiny cafe. Very simple. And when the woman at the counter smiled at me and said, Hola, ¿qué deseas? Hello, what would you like? My brain just froze.
Like Windows 95?
Exactly. I wanted to say, I would like a sandwich. But in my panic, it came out as something like, Hello, I am the sandwich.
Oh no, that's adorable. But see, that happens to everyone.
It does. And you know what? She laughed kindly, helped me find the right words, and we ended up chatting for a few minutes. It was a beautiful moment. I still remember it years later.
I love that story because it shows that making mistakes doesn't stop connection. Sometimes mistakes create connection.
Exactly. Conversations begin with courage, not perfection. That's a quote right there. We should put that on a mug.
So let's talk about beginnings. Every conversation has a first step, the greeting. It's often small, simple, almost invisible, but it unlocks everything that follows.
You know what's interesting? In English, greetings aren't just words, they're social signals. They tell the other person, I am friendly, I am safe, I want to connect. It's like sending a soft little invitation.
Yes, and there are different levels of energy and formality. If you say hello, it's warm, neutral, polite. If you say hi, it's casual, light, friendly.
I always think of hi as like opening the door a little wider.
I like that image.
And then we have time-based greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. These are polite, social, and a little more traditional.
And here's a funny thing for learners. Good night is not a greeting. Don't use it to start a conversation.
Right. Good night is only for leaving. It means goodbye, especially when someone is going to sleep.
So imagine you walk into a restaurant at 7 p.m. and say, good night. The waiter will think you're leaving before you even start.
Exactly. So you enter with good evening and you leave with good night.
That small difference is actually a big cultural detail, and honestly, these tiny details make you sound so natural in English.
After greeting someone, there's a classic, almost automatic follow-up question in English. How are you?
And this one has cultural meaning too. Many people think it's a deep, emotional question, but in everyday American or British conversation, it's more like a friendly check-in.
Yes, and the answer doesn't have to reveal your soul.
If someone asks you, "How are you?" at the supermarket, please don't tell them the entire story of your week. Save that for close friends or therapists.
Exactly. For everyday situations, answers like I'm good, I'm great, I'm okay, not bad are perfect.
I hear learners say, "I'm fine, thank you," a lot, and it's not wrong, but in casual conversation, native speakers don't use it as much.
Right. I'm fine can sometimes sound a little formal or even a bit cold, depending on the tone.
Yeah, like when someone asks, "Are you angry?" and you say, "I'm fine," that usually means the opposite.
Exactly. So if you want to sound natural, I'm good or I'm great is a very common modern answer.
And then the magic phrase, "How about you?" Short, friendly, and it keeps the conversation alive.
It's like passing the conversational ball back to the other person. If you're talking to someone new, you'll probably introduce yourself. The two easiest ways are, my name is Anna, or I'm Anna.
My name is a little more formal, a little clearer. I'm is short, relaxed, and very natural.
So if you're at a party or in a casual situation, saying, I'm Anna feels perfect. And after you share your name, the polite thing is to ask for theirs. What's your name? When they answer, you can say, nice to meet you.
Then they'll often say, "Nice to meet you too."
Yes, it's a lovely little dance of politeness.
All right, we have the greeting, the "how are you," the names, but then what next? This is where many learners get stuck. You say, "Hello," and then freeze.
And one of the easiest ways to continue is to talk about something you both can see. The weather.
English speakers love the weather. Love it. We talk about it even if nothing interesting is happening.
It's true. The weather is like the national hobby of the UK.
Exactly. So you can say things like, "It's a beautiful day today. It's so sunny. The weather is really nice." Or if it's not nice, "The weather is not great today. It's raining again."
It's safe, it's neutral, it's easy, and it works in almost every situation.
Once I had a 20-minute conversation with an old man in London about clouds.
Clouds?
Clouds. Different types, shapes, movements, colors. It was like a cloud TED Talk.
But that shows how simple topics can open deeper conversations. Another gentle way to start talking, give a compliment.
As long as it's sincere and simple.
Yes, something like, I like your hat. Your bag is really nice. That color looks great on you.
Compliments make people smile, and when people smile, conversation becomes easier.
Just remember, it should be appropriate. Compliments about clothing, accessories, or something the person is holding are great. Compliments about physical features, like the body, can feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, don't walk up to a stranger and say, "You have beautiful knees." That's weird.
Very weird.
Stick to things like, "I like your shoes," or "That's a cool jacket."
Another easy starter is talking about someone's day. How's your day going? Are you having a good day?
This works really well in cafes, shops, at the gym, anywhere.
And people usually answer with something simple. It's going well. Pretty good, thanks.
And then, again, you pass the ball back. "How about you?"
All of these pieces, greetings, asking how someone is, names, weather, compliments, day, come together to create a natural, easy start. And once you start, you can go anywhere.
Can we do a little example, something that feels natural?
Of course. Let's imagine we're in a bookstore. Hi there.
Oh, hi.
It's really warm today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Much warmer than yesterday. Oh, I'm David, by the way.
Nice to meet you, David. I'm Anna.
Nice to meet you too, Anna. Are you having a good day?
Yes, it's been good so far. I love spending time in bookstores. How about you?
Same here. And I like your bag, by the way. Really cool design.
Thank you so much. That's kind of you. See? Natural. Smooth. Nothing complicated.
And we never needed big vocabulary or perfect grammar, just simple, real English. There's something interesting about English conversation culture. Many learners think that small talk is shallow or meaningless.
But it's actually an important social tool. Small talk helps people feel comfortable. It builds trust. It warms up the space between two people.
Exactly. Think of small talk like stretching before you run. It prepares your body, or in this case, your mind, for a deeper conversation.
And small talk also gives the other person time to understand your accent, your rhythm, your speaking style. It's like tuning the radio to the right frequency.
Let's talk about fear, because I know it's real. Listeners, maybe you're thinking, but what if the person doesn't answer? What if I make a mistake? What if they don't understand me?
Let me tell you something meaningful. When someone sees you trying, truly trying to speak their language, they don't judge you. They admire you.
Yes, it shows courage, effort, curiosity. People respond to that energy.
I once started a conversation with a woman in Italy. My Italian was very simple. I made mistakes every sentence. And she looked at me and said, "Your Italian is beautiful."
Even with the mistakes?
Because of the mistakes. She said, "You're trying. That's beautiful."
That makes me emotional, actually.
Me too, because she saw my effort, not my errors.
Let me tell you a story, too. A few years ago, I lived in a big apartment building. One morning, I got into the elevator with an older man who lived on the floor above me. He had lived in the city for 50 years. Super quiet guy.
This already feels like a movie scene.
It was. So we're standing there, silence, just the two of us, going down 15 floors.
Awkward.
Very. So finally I said, "Beautiful morning, isn't it?" And he looked surprised, like he hadn't heard that sentence in a decade. But he smiled, a big, warm, honest smile. And he said, "Yes, thanks for saying that."
Wow, that's lovely.
And after that, every time he saw me, he said hello. We became friendly, all because of one tiny sentence about the weather.
It shows how powerful simple English can be. You don't need to be poetic or brilliant. You just need to be brave enough to speak. Another thing learners worry about is their accent.
Oh yes, accent anxiety.
Your accent is part of your personal history. It's beautiful. It means you're bilingual or multilingual. It means you've lived life.
Native speakers don't care about your accent, but they do care about your confidence.
Yes, speak clearly, speak slowly if you need to, and don't apologize for the way your voice naturally sounds.
Your accent is your story.
Let's share a few natural expressions that native speakers use to start conversations. We won't list them, we'll weave them into our chat.
Go for it.
So imagine you're in a coffee shop. Someone sits next to you. You can say something like, "Busy day today?"
Or, "Have you been here before?"
Or even something funny like, "I always order the same thing here and then regret it."
Yes, humor is a great opener when used gently.
Or if you're in a classroom or a meeting, you can begin with, "Is this seat taken?" Or, "I think we're in the same class, right?"
And if you're waiting in a long line, you can say, "This line is moving so slowly today."
These small comments are like tiny doors. If the other person wants to talk, they'll walk through. If they don't, that's okay too.
Anna, can I say something personal?
Of course.
I used to feel incredibly lonely when I lived abroad in my 20s. I didn't know how to start conversations. I waited for other people to talk to me, but they didn't. Not because they didn't like me, but because they were shy too, busy, distracted.
Yes.
I realized one day that if I wanted connection, I had to take the first step, even something as small as saying hi. And when I started doing that, my world changed. I suddenly had friends, neighbors, conversations, community.
That's powerful.
So, to our listeners, don't wait for someone else to start the conversation. You can be the one who begins.
Before we move toward our closing, let's talk briefly about body language, because communication isn't just speaking, it's also how you look, how you smile, your posture.
A relaxed smile can do half the work for you.
Yes, eye contact, a friendly tone, an open posture, these things make people feel safe with you.
And they forgive small grammar mistakes immediately.
Exactly. Before we wrap up, I want to share one last story. A few years ago, I was walking through the city on a rainy day. It was cold, gray, and windy. Everyone had their heads down, rushing home. But then I saw this little girl holding a bright yellow umbrella. She was waiting with her mother at a bus stop, and she looked up at me, smiled, and said, "I like your coat." Just like that. 4 words.
That's adorable.
It was, and that tiny moment warmed my whole day. It reminded me that conversation doesn't need to be long or perfect to create connection. Even simple English can brighten someone's world.
So, dear listeners, wherever you are right now, the supermarket, the bus, your kitchen, take today's episode as an invitation.
Yes, an invitation to begin. Not perfectly, not fluently, but bravely.
Start one conversation this week, just one. Say hi to someone, comment on the weather, ask how their day is going, give a small compliment.
You don't need advanced grammar to connect with people. You just need courage.
And every single conversation, even a short one, will help you grow, blossom, and become more confident.
You're learning English not just to speak a language, but to live a larger life, a more connected life, a more open life.
And we're right here with you, cheering you on.
Thank you for spending this time with us. If you feel inspired, share your story with us. How do you start a conversation in English? We would love to hear from you.
Until next time,
Keep practicing
keep connecting.
and keep smiling.
Bye for now.